The Boston Celtics pick up right where they left off last year. They won the NBA championship, and this year they look to win it again. Opening night, they dominate the Knicks. Just straight three-pointers, and they even tied the three-point record in the NBA. Now, I know this game is like a day or two old, but I watched this game over like 2 to 3 times, and I was just trying to figure out how the Knicks got blown out, because I thought the Knicks were the team to beat Boston. They built this team just to compete with Boston, but after seeing that first game on opening night, it just looks like the Knicks team, they're not ready for Boston. And I don't know if no team in the NBA is ready for Boston, especially if the Knicks are not. And what makes this even worse for the Knicks is they don't even have Porzingis, who's like the third, or you could say fourth best player on this team. I would say third, but they don't even have their third, fourth best player on this team, and they're still doing what they're doing, just pitting up threes, still playing elite defense, and just still having a good offense without Porzingis. Now, before I talk about everything that the Knicks did wrong, I want to talk about the Celtics. First off, I want to start with Tatum. Tatum had a great game. I think he had like 37 points. He was 8 for 11 from the three. He was knocking down all his jump shots, getting to the rim. And then you can see he became a better playmaker and passer. I don't think Jason Tatum gets enough credit for the passing and playmaking that he does. It's many clips. If you re-watch the game, you can see so many open threes come from Tatum just playmaking and passing. But also, I want to shout out Derek White, Jrue Holiday, still the best defensive backcourt in the NBA. Jaylen Brown, he's still one of the best transition players in the NBA. This whole team in general is just still good, knocking down threes, playing defense, and just being a good championship unit. And that's what I like to see. And I think they can win back-to-back years. It's not really much to say about Boston. If you're watching the games, you can see how good they are. Now on the Knicks. Now, I even said this when the score was like 14-21. I texted one of my friends. I'm like, yo, I don't think the Knicks are going to be able to keep up offensively. And he's like, yeah, I don't think so either. Just watching the game, just how it was going. The Knicks, they didn't get going at first in the beginning. It took them a long time to get going. A lot of people say the Knicks played better than the second half. But, I mean, they were down 20 already by then. But I think one of the main problems with this team was Bridges' jump shot, it has fell off a cliff. It's not there anymore. I just don't know. I think Brunson and Cat could have played together more. Like, everybody was talking about that two-man game. They barely were using that. OG gave the team nothing. I mean, nothing. Even defensively, I mean, he didn't really get stops. Same thing with Bridges. He was guarding Tatum, and Tatum just torched him. It's like he's not hitting shots or getting stops. So it's like, But my thing is, how can the Knicks adjust from this game? And the only thing I could really say is they just have to get stops, and they just have to stop Boston from shooting so many threes. I think that's just the problem. Bridges couldn't contain Tatum one-on-one, so Tatum was free. He was able to pass, play make, and shoot his own jump shot. So it was like there was no defense being played on Tatum, and he's the one creating all the offense on his team. Not saying nobody else on his team is creating offense, but he's a main and big part of what the Boston Celtics do. And if you can't stop Tatum, then I just don't know how you're going to stop this whole entire team. And I also forgot to shout out Deuce McBride. He had a good game as well, and I think he could possibly be a runner-up for 6th man of the year, especially how good the Knicks are going to be this year. I know the Knicks got blown out by the Celtics, but I think they could beat many other teams. Remember, this is a team to beat Boston, so they're going to dominate other teams. And like I said before, I don't know how the Knicks expect to keep up with a team like Boston, but I have an answer for how they could. Honestly, I just think OG, he needed to step it up that game. OG did not really have nothing going. Same thing with Josh Hart. 2 of their best defenders did not really have it going. And then OG, he's supposed to be a person who could score here and there and knock down shots, and he wasn't doing any of that. I think the team is fine. I just think the guys need to hit shots and just play defense. OG and Josh Hart, they didn't really come with it. Same thing with Bridges. None of their top defender guys came with it. So I just think that's a huge problem. But like I said before, Boston's one of those teams who's going to be hard to stop offensively, and I just don't see how teams are going to do that. With that being said, if you guys like this video, like, comment, share, subscribe. 6 likes and I'll be dropping again. Thank you guys, and I'm out.